Hello y'all, I am once again here to tell you that there is no new footage for today, but for good reason. Merry Christmas everybody if you celebrate, happy holidays if you don't, for whatever holiday, or happy Friday if that's how you feel about today. So this is not Vlogmas per se, but this is footage that I have yet to edit until today. So my Christmas present to you guys is the footage from Andrew and I making our first solo Thanksgiving, since that's what we did this year. So please enjoy. Hello and welcome to Thanksgiving at Home. We're your hosts, a dapper dog and his precious mom. Are you a parrot? Because you sure look like it. Hello, welcome back to my kitchen. Today we're going to be doing some Thanksgiving prep because tomorrow is our first solo Thanksgiving. This is the menu for our Thanksgiving. So today on the agenda we have prep green bean casserole and stuffing, which should be stuffings because there's more than one. Prep apple crisp, pull the vegan roast, which it has been pulled, brine the turkey, make cranberry sauce, and fall sangria. So let's get started, shall we? We'll see if maybe a sous chef shall emerge. You guys like my shirt? First up, let's see, should we do brine or sangria? What do you think? You don't care? Okay. Let's get this brine going. Don't forget to wash your hands because we don't want to be disgusting. So I'm using the Pioneer Woman's turkey brine recipe. However, we don't have a full turkey because it's just going to be for Duke and Andrew pretty much. Oh, glad to see that you're taking your job seriously as sous chef, son. So we're going to scale it back a little, and I think I'm going to do like a half recipe because this is for a 16-pound turkey and we do not have that. First up, 3 cups is going to become a 1.5 cups of apple cider.
And a sous chef.
A Susan chef.
I cook shoes.
Hello, Lapster. Welcome to the cooking show.
Hey, everybody.
Happy Thankmas.
I'm ready.
Yeah.
I got my Thanksgiving pants.
Yeah, your Santa pants. To be perfectly honest, I don't think a gallon of water is gonna be quite what I need. So, Echo. How many cups are in a gallon of water?
There are 16 cups in 1 gallon of water.
Well, I don't think we need that much, to be honest. I'm gonna do 6 cups because, well, maybe 8, depending on how big this pot can hold.
I don't think you can do 8 cups in that.
So we're already improvising. Would you put the salt in here, sous chef?
Yes, chef.
We chef, like Benjamin. There we go. The key to a good brine is a lot of salt because the twerky is going to absorb it, so it'll be fine. 1 cup, measuring cup, not that one, that's for liquid, from the middle.
Yes, chef. Work smarter, not harder.
Yeah, that's what I always say. Brown sugar.
The key is to make sure you have a clean working area.
That's true.
If Gordon was here, he would call us pigs.
I mean, it's clean. There's just like stuff because I got things out for each recipe. Would you very carefully with these here scissors cut off a couple rosemary sprigs from our lovely turkey brine plant kit? I got that at Sprouts. So it says to strip the leaves.
Oh, I came with this little turkey. For you all.
Could you peel off the zest of that orange and put it in here, por favor?
Sure.
Oh, I need minced garlic too. It says 5 cloves for the full recipe. I don't know if you're a big garlic fan, but I'll do a couple of them.
Fun fact, everybody's allergic to garlic. Our bodies are not meant to digest it.
Did Gordon Ramsay teach you that?
No. I took a health class for food.
Well, these aren't like very large cloves of garlic. That's good.
There you go. Put this in there?
Yes. This is a trick that I learned. I think I used to do it myself, but then I saw the Pioneer Woman do it one time, and I was like, well, I guess it's okay then. You got them peppercorns over there?
I do got the black peppercorns.
It says 3 tablespoons, and that's about a tablespoon.
This is cooking with toddlers.
I'm not a toddler.
Well,
Maybe one of us is.
Bay leaves.
2 of them. While that's boiling, Let's make fall sangria. This recipe I got from Pinterest. I don't know who pinned it because I took a screenshot of it. It is half a cup of triple sec, a bottle of white wine, dry white wine, 2 oranges, 3 cups apple cider, 2 apples, 3 cinnamon sticks, and soda water. So 1 Sandra Lee shot of orange liqueur, some white wine. This one's easy. It's like a dump cake. You just like throw everything in and then let it do its texture.
Cool.
1 bottle of vino. I said 3 cups of apple cider, right?
Yep.
This serves 6, but tomorrow it's just gonna serve 1. Me. I need your face.
Yep, 3 cups apple cider. We need 2 apples cored and cut into wedges.
1 or 2 oranges? Oh, I'm sorry. Would you like your dryer bed back?
2 oranges.
Okay. And what does the rolling do?
It helps release the juices and make it more juicy.
Yes, it does. We've been watching a lot of Food Network, if you can't tell. Well, I guess cooking shows in general, but you know.
I think we should put Ollie up for elimination next because he doesn't do anything.
Ollie doesn't help in the kitchen. He just eats tuna.
He cries.
This is like his phone.
Excuse me. Knife coming through.
Behind. Wow, I'm impressed that you knew that. To not use the blade to like push things off. A lot of people just like scrape like this.
I guess you could call me a Susan chef.
I use this in case anyone cares. I use this to wash our fruits and vegetables before we cook with them because you should always do that.
You should enjoy the smells of everything.
Yeah, that's what
It's called mindful thinking.
Well, that's what I do when Ollie is in here being a good sous chef.
Do I just put those in there?
Yeah. Oh, no, in here. It's gonna be a little salty.
Oh, sorry.
Yeah, that's okay.
I think it would be good brine.
Oh, no.
Brine's actually not bad.
Are you just sucking on a briny cinnamon stick?
That's actually really good.
So we got our apples. I'm just gonna delicately give them the old dumperoo. I'm gonna take a little spatula type of deal. Give it a nice stir. This smells real good. Gonna pop this daddy in the fridge and then come back and keep going.
If Julian was here, he would make a mess. But not us. We want Gordon Ramsay to be proud.
Remember the one year I did the whiskey brine for the turkey?
It was bomb.
Well, so this is going to be a quick tangent. The first Thanksgiving that Andrew and I had together, we had been dating for 2 months, maybe. So I made a turkey and brought it to your mom's house, and everybody kept saying that it was so beautiful and looked like it should be in a catalog. I was like, that's so nice, but I was like, I mean, I guess, I didn't think it was that complicated, so that's why I wasn't like sure how to respond to such praise on my turkey.
They were just trying to impress her so she wouldn't run away.
It's cranberry sauce time. I've made this cranberry sauce before. It's pretty easy. It's just cranberry sauce. Cranberry sauce.
That's all it is.
It's just cranberry sauce, guys. It's cranberries, oranges, and maple syrup. It's super simple to make.
And it's my grandma's favorite.
I'm going to take our cranberries, which this recipe calls for a 12-ounce bag, and this is an 8-ounce bag, so we're gonna do like the same amount of oranges, but maybe just like slightly less maple syrup, so it's not overly sweet. But I'm gonna strain these, give them a good old rinse. Well, look who decided to come back to work. So this one's gonna be a little different, but I trust that you can still do it. Get zesty with it.
I got it.
Okay. I feel the same way about cranberries, or cranberry sauce, I should say, that I do about soup. It's so underrated to me. Like,
What?
maybe a little not so much to the wife. I feel like cranberry sauce is so underrated, and like your grandma and I are the only ones who care.
I'm gonna miss my family this Thanksgiving.
I know. I'm like really sad about it, but I mean,
It's a bittersweet. I'm happy that we're having Thanksgiving and doing our own thing. I've never once in my life cooked Thanksgiving dinner.
and look at you now. Maple syrup, fresh parsley. We got this here brine working away. Some cranberries are stewing, and a handsome man.
I'm the
helping in the
delicious
kitchen.
dish.
What are your favorite parts of Thanksgiving meal?
So it has to be white meat turkey if we're gonna have turkey.
Which is why we're doing a braised.
Ham. That's the best. That's number one. And when I say ham, I mean all the ham.
Man likes ham on the bone.
Stuffing with mashed potatoes and gravy all over it.
I'm just gonna add some more garlic salt. Alright, so now that this baddie is coming up to a nice ball, which I believe is how Paula Deen says it. You can hear these cranberries are popping. And then the maple syrup. Let it simmer for 10 to 15 minutes.
Wow. Who would have known this is hot?
It's like I turned the stove on or something. Here's some fun insider knowledge for you guys. This is where I keep my recipes. For example, this is my chickpea noodle soup recipe. But I also have ones that I have accumulated over the years. Such as one that I will never get rid of because I'm mad that they lied to me that it was coming back. This is a label from the curried cauliflower salad that Trader Joe's used to make. One time I went and I was like, hey, when is this coming back? And they told me, oh, it'll be back in a few months. It's a seasonal item. It's been many seasons and it is not back. Are you tired from all the cooking you're not doing? Do you have a bigger knife?
No. Bigger knife means I'll cut myself.
Yeah, like one of us already did this morning. Although this was a paper cut and it was like the dumbest thing ever because I like could feel that it was cutting, and instead of letting go, I was like, oh, I'll just keep sliding my stupid finger. Hello, sous chef.
Hello.
Is this apple okay, chef? Well, thank you for joining us. I love you. So while you do that, I'm gonna get started on the apple crisp. These are more than 2 pounds, but that's fine because it's not too much more. I have a mix of Granny Smith and Fuji apples because that's what the recipe says, but I find that because the topping is pretty sweet, I like a mix of both, but not too much Granny Smith because you don't want it to be too tart of a filling, and then it's not balanced that way. And we're not baking this today. I'm just getting it ready so that we can bake it tomorrow. I don't mind peeling apples and potatoes for mashed potatoes or apple crisp because they're the best parts of Thanksgiving, so it's a labor of love, you know? We have 5 pounds of potatoes that we're gonna be making Instant Pot mashed potatoes with tomorrow. I intend to eat every last bite. So the same goes for this apple crisp. I have Planet Oat vanilla ice cream to go on top of this very apple crisp. I could use a mandolin for this. Maybe I should. No. Well, I just know that for something like this, it would be more of a hassle to break that out and use it than to just deal with the fact that I don't have perfectly even apple slices. And that's something that I can live with because I don't care about the uniformity of the apples. I care that it's apple crisp and it's made. You want to slice them, I would say, maybe this is a little thin, but you know, just nice and thinly sliced, man. It's all going to the same place, so I don't think anyone cares. Oh, baby. I don't know if this is intended to be like a set it and forget it type recipe, but that's basically what we have done here. And there she is. In this lighting that is not very great. I love cranberry sauce. Here's a funny anecdote to break up the time. Yesterday, when I was washing my face, I took my ring off and put it on this little like corner table we have in our bathroom. And so then this morning when I got up to use the bathroom, I saw that Andrew had put his ring on top of mine. I was like, oh, so we just not married today?
Yep.
It gave me a good tee-hee.
Here's another funny antidote. Cutting these here celery sticks burns up more calories than they give you.
That's eating celery.
Well, I don't know. I'm pretty tired of cutting them too.
Do you have any memorable Thanksgiving stories?
Do I? One time me and my cousin, my brother, went on a walk and they thought it would be cool to smoke
Lettuce.
This was before my time of wanting to experiment. That walk was the longest walk of our lives. And you know what they say, time moves slow when you're... I was stone cold sober and I was like, why is this walk taking this long? And it was, we lived in a little town, population 200. So anyway, we get home, we're about to eat, and my brother was very happy and lovey. He kept going to everybody, he's like, I love you, Auntie Tina. I love you, Grandma. And then he proceeded to get half a pumpkin pie and then load it up with a whole container of Cool Whip. And that's all he ate. He didn't get no turkey, no ham, no nothing. He went straight for that pie. And the rest of Thanksgiving was all of my family members giving a talking to, offering some kind of advice. That's my story.
It's so funny to hear stories like that now. Just picturing his dumb teenage self.
He was stupid. He used to do this thing. This is un-Thanksgiving related. But he used to do gymnastic farts.
I'm sorry. What?
We would be sitting like living or watching TV or something, and here comes flying. And like, you know the armrest of the couch, he'll do a cartwheel on it, and while he was in mid-cartwheel with his legs above his head, he would let out a toot. Oh my god, they were funny. Or he would like run and then jump and then spin and fart while he was spinning.
What an interesting time it must be raising boys. Poor mom.
One time my mom took off a wooden door because she was, I forget what she was doing. I think she was trying to repaint it or something. And me and my brothers thought it would be a good idea to ride that door down the ditch that was adjacent to our backyard. Well,
spoiler alert, it wasn't.
Needless to say, our mom was pissed. There's so many stories though.
I remember, this is also not Thanksgiving related, but it's just dumb teenager things. So my sister is 6 years older than me. I always forget and want to say 5, but she's 5 years older than my brother, who's a year older than me, so man. We lived in a small town as well. My sister and I shared a room because we had another family member living with us, so he shared a room with my brother, and I was living in the same room as my sister. I was like half asleep one night and she like took off, and then she came back like 30 minutes later, ran into bed and like covered herself, and I was like, I don't know what's going on. I'm 8. Maybe. She's 14. So then we got a call because that was when landlines were still a thing. My parents came in and she like pretended to be asleep and she was like, oh. And they're like, did you just do a paintball drive-by at the park? And she was like, I don't know what you're talking about. They were friends with the sheriff at the time, so they like very obviously knew it was her and her friends. And so I don't think anything ever came of it, but yes, that did happen. My more conservative sister, who's like married, she has a child. One time she sent a picture to our family Snapchat. It's like a group chat, and it was her having, I want to say like a glass of wine or like soda or something, and she's like, ooh, I'm being so bad, like just put the baby to bed or something like that. And I was like, you're such a mom. Yes, that same person did a drive-by with a paintball gun, not real guns.
That's funny.
Batteries are currently dead to the camera, so we're waiting on that, but my sweet love is chopping away and working on this. And the only reason I'm recording this little bit is because I wanted to add this in, but I'm just gonna wait till the camera's batteries are ready. This is a fresh, well, not fresh. This is it a clove of nutmeg? What is it? It's fresh nutmeg, okay? That's what it is. So, Jenna Marbles once said that it's best to grind your own nutmeg. So that's what I'm going to be doing here. And getting this ready, and then I'm going to put the topping together, and then just put it into this here pie pan that my sister got for me. Which, P.S., this is not to be shady to everyone. I have plenty of embarrassing stories as well. It's just something that we got to talking about. So what's happening on the ranch, eh, baby?
Yep, cooking away.
And a sleepy dog. You want a carrot? Horse baby. Hello. Safety first for this next part. Next up is the crust. So we have here the butter and oats, flour, sugar, and half a teaspoon of kosher salt. So you can use a pastry cutter, but I do not have one, so I'm going to use the tools God gave me. Basically mash it up together and then put it on top of the apples. I would recommend using gloves even if you don't have a cut on your finger and are trying to preserve a band-aid, just because it's more sanitary. So the goal here is to break up the dices and get them evenly distributed so that you don't have just chunks of butter everywhere, but that it keeps the crumble nice and crumbly. Yes, I am standing on my toes so that I can see better into this bowl. I mean, I guess if you really wanted to, you could probably toss all of this into KitchenAid mixer, or use the dough blades, which are like blunt. They're made of plastic. They're not sharp at all. But I could have tossed everything in there and just pulsed it for a hot minute just to get everything nice and combined. What you want to get looks just about like this. Some of the chunks, like this one, are a little bigger than I would like, but that's okay because when you bake it, it's just going to be a nice little crumble. You guys can't see, but I'm going to go ahead and put this atop the apples very slowly, very gently, so as to not make a huge mess. This is truly just the best part of Thanksgiving, or really any holiday. I think I made this back in May just because. And honestly, it's never a bad time for apple crisp. And now she's ready to go in the oven tomorrow when we sit down to eat. This has to bake for 30 to 40 minutes. What I will do is, when we're just about ready to sit down and eat, put it in the oven, and then by the time we're done, it'll be hot and ready, like Little Caesars. Hey guys, Andrew's taking a nap before physical therapy, so I'm gonna do voiceover and then bring you on over there so you can see what's going on. To make this stuffing, you're gonna wanna start out with some butter, get that all going in pan. Add your mirepoix, let it saute off for a few minutes, then add your seasonings. Stir it up, make sure you don't get too much fond on the bottom of the pan, but you want to get your veggies to the point that they're starting to get translucent. Then you're going to want to keep stirring, add some parsley and the breadcrumbs. For the regular, I use the stuffing mix, and then for mine, I just use the bread cubes that I got at Sprouts because they're unseasoned. For my stuffing, I used the Beyond sausage, the mirepoix, everything but the bagel seasoning, everything but the leftover seasoning, saute it all together, add my broth with the nut chicken cubes, and also use some better than bouillon vegetable seasoning. Stir it up, put it in a pan, and it's ready to bake for the next day. Hello and welcome back. It is clearly much later. There is no sun left in this kitchen. The last thing for tonight is that we're gonna be throwing together a little green bean casserole, which is surprisingly very easy to make vegan for me because I don't think Andrew's ever had green bean casserole. And it's not necessarily my favorite dish, but I just felt like it would really round out the meal since I'm not making like a salad or anything. I have my olive oil heated up, not in here. These are clean dishes because I'm trying to clean as I go. I think I may have called them stuffings. The dressings are over here, which technically this will be stuffing because I'll probably stuff some of it into the turkey breast because it has the bone in it. And then this is my vegan Beyond sausage stuffing, which I have made the last 3 years, I want to say. I just never used to really eat stuffing for the years that I was off meat and still doing Thanksgiving, but now they have Beyond sausage. I don't have a recipe. It's the closest to Julian Salamita's recipe, which I will link his channel down below. I don't know if he's ever made it on anything except for the video where he and Jenna made Thanksgiving food, but anyway, into the pan we go. The recipe I'm using is also from Pinterest. It is The Busy Baker, which I believe is a Canadian-based website because it's a .ca. Wow, great story, Cass. You may hear the lobster playing Xbox. I decided he has helped enough, so I will go ahead and finish. And then tomorrow, really, all we have to do is put stuff in the oven. So we gotta fine dice on these hoes. Next up is to mince some garlic, which once again I'm going to use my cheat tool, so when it be done. I am glad that I thought to do this because if I had to do everything all in one day, it would not be as elaborate of a meal. It says 3, but I like to measure garlic with my heart, not by what the recipe says. Ooh, I can use my freshly ground nutmeg again. Oh my gosh. It says to saute until fragrant. I'm going to let these onions cook off and get soft, and we'll be back. Sorry, I'm simultaneously watching Thanksgiving episodes of How I Met Your Mother. So the next step is to throw in 3 tablespoons of butter, which I have done. It's just about completely melted. And then to sprinkle on the flour, and I'm guessing make some type of a roux. Cheers, everybody. Whisk until the mixture becomes thick. Seems pretty thick, eh? And then it says to add white wine and continue whisking until the liquid evaporates. I'm going to do this in stages. While those baddies are going, I'm going to put my green beans into the dish. And these are the kind that are just like washed and ready to go. Although I would recommend, as I am doing now, double check. Sometimes there's a little extra in there. I did a mix because it says to use oat cream and I don't have that. The only oat creamer that I have has oatmeal cookie flavor. I did a mix of oat milk and my soy creamer. I'm just gonna let this thicken up here, and then when it's done, pour it on top of the green beans. I would also like to add, the recipe says to, if you're using fresh green beans, to boil them in water first and then basically like blanch them. And then if you use canned, obviously you are just white trash and you put them in the pan. I like crispy green beans, not mushy, soft, overly cooked green beans. So that's why I'm just gonna put them right in and put the sauce on top. Ooh, now that I'm looking. And then we'll bake it tomorrow. So it doesn't exactly specify in the recipe, but one, I forgot to add the water. Two, I put salt and pepper, and it says to use a pinch of nutmeg. So I'm going to keep with my fresh nutmeg shtick and add that in now, I guess, because it doesn't say when to put it in. A good healthy pinch. Also, I love the irony of this shirt because I don't eat turkey, but I love this shirt. We have the creamy, floury, winey sauce. We're just gonna spread her on over. Try and get as even of a coating as possible. I mean, is it super creamy and mushroomy like traditional green bean casserole? No, but it's fine. I wasn't looking for something thick and creamy anyways. Top with some gourmet fried onion pieces, which these are labeled as vegan. I got them at Trader Joe's, but the recipe that I'm using says that, oh, I should wait for this. Whatever. It says that French's onions have no animal product. Just read your labels if that's something you're concerned about. If not, eat away, you know? I'll put another layer on tomorrow so that it's extra oniony and delicious. And there you have it. All right, everyone. Well, that's it for today. We'll be back tomorrow. Is it time to sleep? So that when you wake up, it'll be time for turkey. Give me turkey. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. Guess who's sleeping once again?
Is the food ready?
Are you ready to eat? Food's ready when you are, babe. Well, I guess I don't know how to cook for two, huh?
I would say. This
is the spread. What do you think, honey?
I'm ready to eat. I'm not sure how to cut this, but I'm gonna do it.
How does it feel to be the head honcho at this Thanksgiving?
Weird. Miss the fam bam, but I'm excited to have Thanksgiving with you.
I miss everybody too, but I'm glad we're together. Ugh, look at that breast. How is she? Nice and moist?
Looks good.
Careful. You know what this ham looks like. A nice old haunch.
And that's the game.
And lastly, we have here the false sangria you and I made. So I have a little bit of ice. I don't know that it's supposed to be served over ice, but that's how I want to do it. Top it with soda water. I think you're supposed to leave more room, but I mean, this is how I make mimosas as well. So, look how pretty! Like with all the fruit and stuff. Happy Thanksgiving, everyone. This tastes like pie. Delicious. Happy Thanksgiving, guys. Thank you so much for watching. You can watch more of our videos on my channel. We're gonna get stuffed.
I'm on my way.
We'll see you guys in the next video. Okay, bye. Don't forget, you can always like, comment, subscribe, and I will see you guys in 2021. See you. Okay, bye.